In an effort to be more transparent and accountable, the NOPD made some changes today after a data error was revealed. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Devin Bartolotta. Some sexual assault statistics were underreported to the FBI.
Department leaders say while the error was statistical in nature, it was a chance for them to correct the record and make improvements.
Our Whitney Miller explains.
When you see fewer reports, that's usually more of a red flag.
One look at this graph and sexual assault advocates can tell you this downward trend in the number of rapes reported in 2021 and 2022 is a little off.
But the truth is that the more reports you have, the more it looks like the law enforcement agencies and the criminal legal system is doing their job in order to ensure that survivors feel safe.
Safe enough to bring their case forward. It was this dip in the data reported to the Louisiana Commission on Law Enforcement and to the FBI that got a local civil rights attorney and a researcher concerned enough to bring it to the attention of the NOPD.
This is what a good police department does. We publicly will own our failures and correct them.
The problem, the department found, is in the definition of what qualifies as a rape according to Louisiana law. So, for example, in 2021, the NOPD reported a total of 501 rape incidents. The actual number should have been 696 because of other crimes that fall under a national revised definition of rape. That caused some underreporting.
The error that we discovered is really about correcting the record in the national UCR FBI program.
The NOPD says that this statistical error does not impact the way that these cases were investigated, but sexual assault advocates say it does impact funding for resources.
Every 10 years, those numbers are updated to come up with a formula for the VOCA funding, and New Orleans went from a 15 to like a 10 in terms of funding formula, and we know based on population that just can't be completely accurate.
Morgan Lamondre is the president of STAR, Sexual Trauma Awareness and Response. She says those dollars are critical to agencies working to support survivors, and she believes having the correct data paints an accurate picture of what women and children face in the region.
You'll hear all the time where people are like, oh, I don't go to New Orleans. I'm scared to go to New Orleans. Well, the truth is that you're statistically more likely to get assaulted by somebody you're in a relationship with, somebody you're an acquaintance with.
She applauded the department for making the necessary corrections and encourages citizens to constantly call into question what the numbers tell us. In New Orleans, Whitney Miller, WWL, Louisiana.
On Easter, the department resubmitted the correct numbers to the database. Going forward, NOPD plans to release a quarterly report from the Special Victims Division and on domestic violence, and they are working on a reporting system that meets national standards.